Hey guys, hope you all are well. Now, as you can see, I have arranged some orchids on a tray where I'm going to repot some orchids. So here are the dendrobiums which I've got, and I'm going to show you how to separate the keikis or baby plants from the mother plant, as it needs some TLC. Keiki is a Hawaiian term for baby. Here, as you can see, this orchid is a little over a year, and I just left it in the pot, in a bigger pot in fact. And I should have separated them a little bit earlier, a few months ago, but I just left them and they have grown so wild and they are unruly. Anyhow, I'm going to separate them into smaller pots so they grow as their individual plant. And here, one of the canes fell off from the pot as it lost its balance, and a keiki started growing up from the canes, and there is a tiny little one which is growing up. At first, I'm going to take the orchid, which has grown so wild and unruly, out of the pot. Just to let you know that I did not use the orchid soil. I used the normal compost, which I should not have. I made a mistake of doing so, but still, they survived for a year in this soil, and I'm separating them. Gently take the soil off. So once you take it off the pot, you can see the roots just have spread out and they spiral. So if you suffocate the roots, they die down eventually. And here, when you free them off the medium, you gotta give a gentle massage so you don't damage the roots there. Of course, you will lose some roots, but then that's not a problem. You can divide the orchids depending on the orchids you're working with, and orchids have their own dividing point. Also make sure that you get rid of any dead roots. As you can see here, these are the dead canes from the orchid which I separated. And how I say the dead cane is that it is drying up, it's shriveling up, as you can see there. So they will die down eventually, and so I'm getting rid of them even now. So there are several keikis in the cane. On a single cane here, there is 1, 2, 3 keikis. And now I'm going to separate them. Like, they have rooted out sufficiently, they have sufficient leaves for me to separate them so they can survive on their own. Taking it off, separating it off from the mother plant. Just give it a little wiggle. It needs to be gentle, but I'm comfortable with my hands. So just give it a gentle wiggle there. And as you can see, it just comes off easily. There it is with the roots and enough of leaves to support. I'll show it to you again. There, it just rooted out. As long as the keikis stay in the mother plant, they take the resources from the mother plant. As you saw, it is as simple as that. It's not as dramatic as you thought, right? This separate cane, which is growing up here, this is called a shoot because this is growing separately from the base of orchid. The difference between the shoot and keiki is that keikis grow along the length of the cane, whereas a shoot grows from the base point. And I'm gonna have this cane and that cane because it is attached to the base. This one has grown really big enough so it can be separated easily. There it is, come easily, and one more baby plant is coming from the base as well. Here I got repotting mix for orchids. Now I'm going to repot the separated keikis in this bigger pot, and you gotta choose a pot that gives a new growth at least an inch or more of a growing space, and make sure you get a perforated plastic so they can breathe easily as orchids grow in the wild on the trees. So filling the pot with the orchid medium, and I'm just gonna pop them in the medium just like so. Do not make the mistake as I did, filling it up with the normal compost. They need a lot of breathing space. As you can see here, elegant Phalaenopsis stand up so beautifully, and I got these in the tulip gardens, Keukenhof gardens in the Netherlands, which I made a visit last week, and I have put up a video on the same as well. You can see it in the link in the description below. I would suggest you to repot even the new orchids that you get from the store, because you would want to avoid the roots getting suffocated. So to repot them, as the pot is a bit smaller, just give it a little squeeze. These are the tips which you can make a note of so you don't suffer the roots. It just comes off, and these roots look healthy. As you can see here, this is very much a dead root where it comes off like that, and you can see the string there. So I'm going to nip it off. The healthy roots look spongy like so when you feel it, and the dead roots will, even as you can see, you can make out the dead roots. You won't miss it out for sure. Now I'm going to use the same bark as they are quite new, plus the medium from the bag which I have. It's just that I wanted to plant it in a bigger pot so it gives the growth a little boost. I'm just placing it in the middle. There it is. It's as simple as that. Now and there it goes into the new home. So here, as you can see, I have repotted them all, as well as I have separated the keikis from the mother plant. And now, to let you know, I have altogether 8 keikis and some tiny little keikis which I bunched up together, which is 3 of them. In total, I have 11 keikis just from the one orchid which I had, and these are the main canes where you can see. And as you can see, these ones are the main canes, and actually it is not advisable to separate the orchids when they are flowering. Just because they had grown so wild, I thought of separating them as soon as possible. And now these lovely elegant orchids, which are in their full blossom here, as you can see, are ready to go onto the windowsill to enjoy the morning sun. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and if you've liked this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and not only that, make sure to leave your comments below, and if you have any ideas, you can give your ideas and feedback. Thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye.